Thanks, Lillian and Madison. Now, earlier this year, Mayor John DeStefano Jr. shocked many when he announced that he would not be seeking re-election. With elections for a new mayor coming up in November, the race is already heating up. For months, speculation abounded about who would run in the Democratic primary for mayor. One of the names often mentioned was Board of Aldermen President Jorge Perez. But Perez didn't run, and the first person to file his candidacy was Sundiata Keita Zulu, a New Hallville plumber. Then Ward 10 Alderman Justin Elliker declared that he would run for mayor. Since Mayor DeStefano made the unexpected announcement that after nearly 2 decades as mayor, he would not seek re-election, a slew of candidates have joined the race. Gary Holder Winfield, a Connecticut state representative who could not be reached for comment. Then Henry Fernandez, former New Haven Economic Development Administrator and current CEO of the consulting firm Fernandez Advisors. And Matthew Nemerson, President and CEO of the Connecticut Technology Council and former president of the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce.
I have 35 years preparing for this at the local level, at the civic level, at the state level, and I've done a lot of national things as well. I think I bring a wealth of experience about how to govern a city.
I have been at hundreds and hundreds of public meetings, talking with neighborhood meetings, block watch meetings, community soup night, whatever, you name it, I've been there because I want to be the type of mayor that people feel is accessible, that people feel they can talk with.
We need a mayor who has the experience to be ready on day one. I've worked extensively in city government. I've worked extensively in New Haven city government. Was deputy mayor for economic development here, and I am ready to go on day one.
We can't keep doing the same thing year after year. People get tired and fed up. And I'm fed up and I'm tired and I'm ready to make a stand.
As one of the first to declare, Elliker is in the lead in fundraising, having raised over $55,000 in contributions. Elliker, Holder Winfield, and Keita Zulu are participating in the Democracy Fund, New Haven's public financing program that limits the size of individual contributions.
Around the nation and around the city, people are tired of contractors and special interests having influence over government. And so it's important that candidates participate in public financing and reduce the maximum amount that any individual can contribute.
I'm able to raise funds without using taxpayer dollars, and I feel comfortable doing that. I would say this. My background, I came into city government specifically to address issues of corruption. And so I think I know I'm the only person in the race who's worked aggressively to ensure that that who you know does not affect what kind of city services that you get.
While Nemerson also questioned the effectiveness of the fund, he said that he would cap his campaign funds at $368,000.
We may raise it in a slightly different way. We will limit ourselves, assuming all the other candidates stay within $368,000.
For each of the candidates, resolving poverty and unemployment is a primary focus.
And I want to open up 2 voc ed training schools for our students during the day and adults at nighttime, where they can learn a voc ed skill, get their GEDs, and become productive citizens of our society.
The crime issues, the issues of lack of hope are because people don't have jobs. So we as a city need to make sure that we're doing everything possible to support and facilitate people getting jobs. I see the future of job growth in biotech, life sciences, and construction.
I don't think there's actually one sector in New Haven that's going to be the growth sector. I actually think we have to have a different approach, which is that we need to be a city that's clearly open for business and that encourages entrepreneurs across the spectrum of opportunities.
The only way that people get lifted out of poverty is if an outside force invests capital into some place near them that creates the opportunity for them to participate in building wealth. The good thing right now is that the world is awash in money. There are trillions of dollars in sovereign wealth funds from China to Singapore There will soon be investment dollars flowing out of Europe because they seem to be in a bit of stagnation.
Fernandez, Nemerson, and Elliker, who all attended either Yale's law school or School of Management, hope to maintain a measured relationship with Yale.
While Yale is a big employer, Yale brings a tremendous amount of energy and wisdom. We also have a city that's full of wonderful people who are smart, hardworking, and the role of the mayor is to make sure that no institution, not Yale or any of our universities or any of our giant businesses or whatever the case may be, overwhelms the rest of the city.
This is a situation where everybody has a gun pointed at everybody's head. The city cannot fail for Yale, and Yale remain a globally competitive, fabulous institution that's attracting people from around the world. On the other hand, the community does not succeed, and yes, unless Yale feels comfortable investing, expanding, and becoming an even larger and dominant institution.
I ultimately believe you get more with a carrot than a stick. Yale needs to play by the rules like every other entity in the city, and that's an important thing, particularly when Yale's developing. But at the same time, there's huge potential for collaboration in the city with Yale.
The candidates had the chance to discuss this and many more topics at Saturday's mayoral debate hosted by the Yale College Democrats. As the primary draws closer, they hope to get their message out to New Haveners.
The regular Joe, just like me, with ideas to step up to the plate and be a leader, be a mayor, be a governor, and change the direction that this country's going in.
The coming era of New Haven is going to require tremendous partnerships where people will be sharing power, and I have the emotional and technical ability to do that.
What this election will be about is attitude, it'll be about integrity, it'll be about new energy and a new direction for New Haven.
It's about making a difference for New Haveners, but it's about doing that in a way in which we are all lifted up together, one city, that we all benefit from each other's success.
So for now, candidates are still revving up their campaigns, hoping that come November, they'll be the ones elected to occupy this office. With YTV, this has been Kodro Marasi and Jen Kramer. Back to you.